Hello and welcome to our letter of the day video. Today's letter is going to be the letter D. Before we get started though, I think Sue wanted to come out and say hello. Sue, did you want to say hello? Our friends are here. Sue, oh Sue, what's wrong? Are you sad? Why are you sad? Oh Sue, that's your basket. Where are all the eggs that were in your basket? Did somebody take your eggs? Oh no, Sue, I'm so sorry. Sue's crying because somebody took her eggs. She had 6 eggs in here in her basket. Sue, don't worry. Hey, listen, I will tell you what. I'm going to ask our friends if they will help me to find those eggs. Will you be a detective today with me and find Sue's eggs so she won't be sad? Will you help me? They said they'll help. Sue, they're going to help. So you can have a happy face now. They're going to help be detectives and we're going to find those missing eggs. Well, Sue, you go sit down and don't you worry. We're going to find those eggs. Well, we're going to have to look for clues to find Sue's missing eggs. And I think the clues are going to look like this, footprints. So if you see a footprint that looks like this anywhere in our classroom all during our lesson, will you say, a clue, and then we'll find it. Okay, well, let's get started right away. This is our letter for the day. It's the letter D for detectives, like we're going to be today. Let's decorate the letter D. To decorate the letter D, I'm going to be making some footprints, just like the clues we're looking for. So I'm just going to take my thumb and I'm going to dip it into some black paint that I have over here. And then I'm just going to make some fingerprints all over this letter D. Whoa, like that. Okay. Some thumbprints, just like that. Okay. Let me grab my towel so I can wipe my finger off. And I want to show you how I'm going to make the little toes. So I have just a Q-tip and I'm going to dip that into the black paint. And I'm just going to dot some little tiny toes right around. One big one and then some tiny little toes. So we're going to make some little footprints. Okay, so there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to make 5, one big one and then 4 tiny ones to make it look like some footprints. Okay, 1, 2, 2, 2. All right, one more. Okay, so there you have it. We made some footprints. That one is a little weird, but we made some sort of footprints. That one looks pretty good around the letter D. This is what letter D looks like. That's the shape of it. So by decorating it, it just helps us to kind of remember what it looks like and helps us with letter recognition. Okay, now let's see if we can write the letter D. So we're going to start by drawing one line. And then we're going to blow one big bubble. So let's make a number 1. And then let's blow one big bubble, just like that. 1, and then a big bubble. That's the uppercase letter D. Let's see what that looks like on the handwriting house. Okay, so we're going to start at the top. We're going to make a number 1, and then we're going to blow one big bubble. 1, and then a big bubble that goes upstairs and downstairs. One big bubble. There we go. That's the uppercase letter D. And now let's see if we can write the lowercase letter D. Okay, so for lowercase letter D, we're going to make a number 1 again. But then we're going to trace back up and over. We're going to blow a bubble again, but it's going to be a small bubble and it's going to be to the left, to the left. Now, if we blew a bubble and it was to the right, what letter would that be? If the bubble was on this side, it would be the letter B. So make sure that your bubble comes to the left, to the left. Okay, so let's see what that looks like on the handwriting house. We're going to make a number 1. We're going to make a number 1. And then we're going to trace back up and over to the left. 1 small bubble. One bubble. One bubble. Let's do one more. One bubble. That's the lowercase letter D. Okay, now let's talk about what letter D sounds like, okay? Okay, so now let's talk about what letter D sounds like. This is the big uppercase D and the lowercase d, and letter D sounds like this. D, d, d. Kind of like when you're knocking on a door. D, 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 d. Okay, so let's play a little game and let's try to see if we can make that sound. What? Do you see something? What do you see? You see a clue? Where's the clue? Right here? Right by Fred? There's a clue. You're right. You're such a good detective. We found one clue, and there's an egg. So let's put that in Sue's basket. So now Sue had 6 eggs, and we found one. So how many more eggs do we need to look for, and how many more clues? 5 more clues. Good job, everybody. Now let's get back to this letter D. Letter D says D, 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 D. So I'm going to knock on your door and I want you to say, come in. And we're going to look around for some clues. Are you ready? What does letter D say? D, 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 D. Can you say, come in? I'm coming in and I'm going to look around for some clues. Let's do it one more time. What does letter D say? D, 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 D. Can you say, come in? Come in. Let's look for some clues. Well, thank you so much for letting me see and look around if I could see any clues. I didn't see any yet, but we're going to keep our eyes open and ready to find some clues like good detectives. Let's go ahead and do some blending right now. Can you tell me what the vowels are? The vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. So let's put the letter D with each of these and let's do some blending. Okay, so here we go. D, A, da, da. D, E, da, da. D, I, di, di. D, A, da, da. Last one. D, duh, duh. Okay, now let's do a little bit of reading. Do you mind? Let's make this dad. So what letter do I need to put at the end? What letter says d, 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 d? That's our letter for today, letter D. Okay, so let's read this word. Dad. Dad. This word is dad. Let's do the next one right here. I want this to say dip. So what letter says p, 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 like popcorn? That's the letter P. So let's read this word. Dip, dip, dip. Like when you take a dip in the pool or some potato chips with dip. All right, last one. I want us to make this say dog. So what letter says g, 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 like when you're gulping water? That's the letter G. So let's read this. Dog, dog, dog. Well, you did a great job reading today. And I want you to see if you can read another thing for me. We're going to read the sight word book, the letter D book. And so see if you can remember what this word is. Good job. See the. I see the. Well, in this reader, everything that we're going to see starts with d, 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 d. Let's read this book together. Okay, put your finger on the little dot. I'll point so you can see right here. Let's read this book together. Now move your finger when we say each word. I see the, what do you see? Donut. I see the donut. Let's read this page. I see the dinosaur. Last one. I see the door. Good work. Well, you did a super great job reading that reader. I am so proud of you. Now let's do some math together. What? You see something? What do you see? What? A clue? Where's the clue? On the calendar? There's a clue. You found another clue. You're such a good detective. Let's put this one in Sue's basket. Okay, so how many eggs have we found so far? 1, 2. Well, there were 6 eggs and we already found 2. So how many more do we need to find? 4. Oh, we're going to find all those eggs and Sue's going to be so happy. All right, now let's do some math. I think that we're going to learn something during math about whoever took Sue's eggs, because we're going to find out what kind of container the thief used. The thief used something that will hold a lot of eggs. So let's do this little worksheet, and I'll put the link below so you'll be able to see how to get this. But let's look at the top. I see a basket, or you could just do it with me on the screen if you want. So we're going to count how many eggs will fit in this basket, and whichever of these containers can hold the most eggs, that's what the thief used to take Sue's eggs. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So the basket will hold 14 eggs. Let's see how many eggs the bowl will hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now let's see how many eggs the wagon will hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The wagon will hold 10 eggs. Let's see how many eggs the mug will hold. 1, 2. And then now let's see how many eggs the bucket will hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So which of these holds the most eggs? Good, 16 is the biggest number, so the bucket will hold the most eggs. So whoever took Sue's eggs was using a bucket to carry them away. Okay, now let's do our color for the day. So our color today is the color of the clues, and I'm wearing our color today. It's the color black. I changed the song just a little bit. Will you sing it with me? B-L-A-C-K spells black. B-L-A-C-K spells black. Footprints are black. Footprints are black. Footprints are black. I like black. Well, that's our color for today. And we're going to head on over now to the art table and make a magnifying glass. Maybe it will help us to find some more clues. Okay, to make a magnifying glass, we're going to use what? What did you say? You see a clue. You're right. Look on our art table. There's another clue. Let's put this egg in Sue's basket. So far, we have found 3 eggs. There are 6 eggs total. So how many more are we looking for? We're looking for 3 more eggs. Good job, detectives. Okay, now back to our art. We're going to make a homemade magnifying glass with a soda bottle. So all you have to do is take a soda bottle and trace a circle around it. You have to use this curved part on the bottle or it won't work. Get a grown-up to help you and cut out the circle. And then you're just going to put a little bit of water into the middle of the circle. And then finally, just hold it over a book and see what happens. The words are going to look bigger. I have this cool Easter book. And if I hold my magnifying glass over the words, I can see they look bigger. This is a homemade magnifying glass. So I'm going to come back around now and I'll show you how a magnifying glass works, okay? Okay, so I'm back over and I want to tell you how a magnifying glass works. What? You see something? Another clue. Where? Where is another clue? Oh, I see it too. There it is. You found another clue and another egg. Let's put this one in Sue's basket too, okay? Wow, you're such a good detective. How many eggs have we found so far? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many more do we need to find? Just 2 more. We're almost there. Sue's going to be so excited. Well, as I was saying, a magnifying glass works because there's a lens that looks kind of like this. It's a convex lens. That means the two sides are curved up. Well, when I put the water inside, the light bent the water inward, and that made the letters look enlarged. That's how a magnifying glass works. That's a simple version of it. Okay, so now I want to read a story for you. The story is called Detective Dog and the Disappearing Donuts. Let's read this together. This story is by Valerie Garfield. Detective Dog went to Dave's diner every day for dinner. For dessert, Detective Dog always ordered a donut. Detective Dog loved donuts. One day after dinner, Detective Dog said to Dave, "Today is my birthday. I think I will have 2 donuts for dessert to celebrate." "On the double, Detective," said Dave. "Oh dear," Dave cried. "The donuts have disappeared." "Doggone it," said Detective Dog. "I have some detecting to do." Suddenly, Detective Dog noticed something near the door. Powdered sugar. "If I follow this trail of donut dust, I bet I'll find the thief," she said. Detective Dog followed the trail of donut dust all the way downtown. She followed it past Drake's drugstore and the department store. The trail led right into Debbie's deli. "The donut napper must be in here," said Detective Dog. Detective Dog turned the doorknob. She stepped inside the deli. It was completely dark. "Surprise!" The lights flashed on. "Surprise!" yelled Detective Dog's friends. "Hot diggity dog," said the detective. "It's a birthday party." Dave told Detective Dog that he only pretended that the donuts had disappeared. Dave made the trail of donut dust to lead the detective to the party. Detective Dog was delighted with the party. There were dazzling decorations and dandy gifts, and best of all, there were dozens and dozens of delicious donuts. That was a really good story, wasn't it? Well, it's almost time for our class to be finished, so I think it might be a good idea for us to look around for some more clues before it's time to go. Do you think you can help me look for clues? Oh, you see something? Where? Behind me? There's another clue. You did it. You found another clue. Let's see how many eggs we found so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means we only have 1 more left to go. But I'm sad to say it's time for class to be over. I think we're going to have to tell Sue that We couldn't find the last egg. Let's get her to come out. Sue, come on out here. We have to tell you some sad news. I'm so sorry, Sue. We couldn't find the last clue. We looked everywhere. What? You see, you see a clue? Sue, it's on your head. The last clue is on your head. And there's the last egg. You did it. You helped Sue find all her eggs. There's all 6 eggs. Hooray! Good job. You were a great detective today. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next time for our letter of the day. Goodbye. Sue has a happy face now. Goodbye, everyone. See you next time.